What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about XPR network today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. This thing pumped 35% yesterday, coming off of its lows earlier in the week from about 0.00347. You guys, this week is going to close with an overall like 69% pump to the upside, and that's if it stops here today. It very well could continue. Right, you look at the daily RSI, and you are finding higher lows throughout this whole range, right? Higher lows on higher lows on higher lows, right here, time and time again. It would have made sense, I think, maybe not actually. I was going to say it would have made sense to go a little bit lower. I forget what I was saying yesterday. I might have said that. I don't remember exactly, but it makes sense. It makes sense that you found support here. It would have made sense if you went a little bit lower too, but it makes sense that you found support here. You've been finding support in this area since July of 2024. So nice reaction, very positive reaction. You went right above the 60 here, okay? Generally speaking, whenever you bounce off of this area, you get a nice reaction and then you consolidate. You get a nice reaction and then you consolidate. Nice reaction here, gave it right back, moved up, nice reaction, consolidation. Here, rejected, and then boom, real explosive move. But most of the time it's consolidation. So what I'm trying to offer as far as perspective goes from here is that I do believe you continue. I do believe that this thing goes to new all-time highs. And on a daily aspect, this probably happens by the end of February, you'll be at new all-time highs. I mean, shit, maybe by the end of this next week, you'll be at new all-time highs. Pardon my French there. But I wouldn't be surprised at all if at least for a few days, if not even maybe a week or so, you consolidate. And consolidating means basically moving sideways, but it also means moving up, moving down, moving up, moving down, maybe in a sideways fashion, maybe in a downward trend fashion, maybe in an upward trend fashion. But some form of consolidation is coming our way likely between now and maybe the end of next week, okay? That's my thoughts just looking at the daily RSI. Let's look at the 4-hour and see if that suggests, if that agrees. Looking at the 4-hour RSI, we are at pretty deep readings here at the 84, but we can go deeper. We can go higher. We definitely can. It doesn't have to stop here right now. We can definitely see readings that are above the 90 like we did back here. You found resistance in this area before. Let's just see how common it is. Yeah, you find resistance here, but oftentimes I feel like you go a little bit higher is what it looks like. Let's look at this from a fib perspective and see if we can make sense out of that. Let's do this. Probably should have started with this actually. High to low here. You could stop here. You really could. I would think, just with the way that you look, I would think that you go up to your 886 before you stop. So that's at 0.00684. You're at 0.0056 now. So don't be surprised if by the end of today we do make a move up here. But also don't be surprised that if this happens, right, we might move up and then by the end of the day we come back down and close. I'm not expecting that we break through this zone right now. Okay, that's what I'm not expecting to happen. It can happen. It can definitely happen, but that's not what I'm expecting to happen. 4-hour could climb up a little bit more. Looking at the 1-hour time frame, there is some bearish divergence here. Yes, you have a high and some lower highs coming in here. You've also got a nice uptrend in your 1-hour time frame, right? Higher lows here, higher highs here. This trend can't continue forever because if you get another higher high, that's cool. You're going to be at a 95. That's really hard to achieve, but you could do that. And then what? Another higher high and you're above 100. I don't think that's going to happen so soon. This 1-hour uptrend is going to have to come to an end. That doesn't mean they have to give all of this back, but it likely suggests that a correction is on its way, right? A consolidation phase is on its way. And of course, we do have bearish divergence with the lower highs here and the higher highs there. This move down was not enough to confirm the bearish divergence as complete. So I think what you've done now actually is with the last hour's close that you had, you got 33 minutes left in this current hour, but with the last hour's close, you have an even higher high and an even lower high in the RSI. So maybe, just maybe, I was a bit preemptive with calling for prices that are a little bit higher. Maybe you do stop here. That 1 hour is actually making me think that you do stop here. 786, you could press a little higher, but I think today you do not see 0.0068439. I don't think you see that target. I think you probably do stop relatively around here, and you probably have a red day today. If not today, going into the beginning of next week, I think that you'll correct a little bit. What I would like to see, it's not a requirement, but what I would like to see is if you pull back, not saying that you have to, but if you do, that you find support at 0.00464. Find support at 0.0046, I guess 466 right here. Find support right at the golden ratio. If you go lower, it's okay. Sometimes off the 786, you reject all the way back down to your 0.5 or your 382 and even lower than that. But what I would like to not see is a lower low. So at least the 0.5, which is at 0.00394, but it would be ideal to find support on the golden ratio at 0.00466. Anything higher than that's welcome too, right? Anything higher than that's welcome too. If you want to invalidate the idea that we're correcting now, all you'd have to do essentially is just push higher, right? Get above the 786, but I don't think you will. I think that you will correct right now. Probably by the time most of you watch this video, you'll either be at the same area that you're at or beginning to retrace. And again, that retracement's nothing to be afraid of. All I'm saying by that is not sell. I definitely don't think it's a good time to sell because you've got so much price. Selling here would be a bad idea, but buying here I think would also not be the most opportunistic idea. I think that you probably pull back to about 0.00479. You probably even go just below there, and right below there is the golden ratio. It's very common. It's very, very, very common. Whenever you, on any fib scale, you go from your low to your high to your low, whatever it might be. Whenever, come on, why is it not, let me grab the white line. There we go. I want to delete the white line. It's very common to pull back to your 382 and even more so to wick a little bit below it and then close above it. It's very, very common to do that. So if it's common to do that, to go just below the 382 on your first attempt, what's just below it? That's the golden ratio there. So 0.00466 to 0.00479, something in that area is where I think you're going to go. Based on the 4 hour, I would suspect that you probably see that low come in not by the end of today, but sometime on Monday, if not Tuesday, and then going into the rest of the week, going into end of the week, I think that next week you will end your prices above 0.0068. You'll go either to this number, if not above this number, by the end of next week. So a little correction now for a day or two, probably. If not, maybe something that's more sustained, but I doubt it. But it could happen. And then starting like the beginning / middle of next week, I think that you'll recover and you'll start moving up higher. This low, again, in case it's not clear, I think it will come in either on Monday, not today, Sunday, but either on Monday or early Tuesday. Early Tuesday. For those of you, and I want to be clear real quick too, for those of you who are in the United States of America or in the Western Hemisphere of the world, when I say early Tuesday, I mean like 5 o'clock to 10 o'clock Mountain Time. That would be what? That would be 6 o'clock to midnight Eastern Time. That would be 3 o'clock to 8 o'clock Western Pacific Time, right? All those times. So whenever I say Monday or Tuesday, what I really mean is for Americans or for people in the Western Hemisphere, for anybody in the southern part as well, South America, Central America, Caribbean islands, Pacific islands, whatever. This side of the continental divide, right? Whenever I say Tuesday, when I say early morning Tuesday or early Tuesday, I mean late Monday for us, right? But on the charts is all I mean. So whenever I say that this move will happen by either Monday or early Tuesday, I mean late Sunday, if not late Monday, somewhere in that kind of time frame, if that helps. But by way of the charts, so we don't have to get all confused with that. I'm only explaining that because some people get confused with the time frames because they're like, you say you're in Colorado, and you'll say, like right now I'm saying it's the 16th because that's what it says on the charts, but for me it is the 15th. I'm just clarifying this in case anybody gets confused because I know that I know what I'm saying. I just want you to understand what I'm saying too, okay? And beyond all of that, whether you understood what I'm saying or not, I tried, okay? Beyond all that, what I'm trying to say very clearly is that we're going to move down to 0.00479 to 0.00466 probably over the next 2 days. And then going into next week, going into finish next week, that Sunday, which is on February 23rd, we will likely be at targets that are at 0.00684, if not higher. We really could be at new all-time highs by the end of this coming week, but I think that'll be more reserved for next week going into the end of the month and then continuing on from there. So XPR looking phenomenal, looking like it's ripe for a buy. Not at these prices, but maybe prices that are just a little bit lower. The next area that we have to look forward to is anything from 1.2 to about 2 cents. You're at about a half cent now with the prospects of going a little bit lower, even just below a half cent, so that's nice. Oftentimes, especially with small fib retracements like this, you do exceed your golden ratio. If you exceed your golden ratio, the true minimum target would be at about a 400% growth. The maximum target would be at about a 14x from here. I'm not saying that 8.1 cents is where you're going to go by the end of March. I'm just saying it's a possibility. It's a possibility that by the end of this move, you could go there, right? XPR is only getting more recognition daily, and I have a feeling that this next move could be stronger than this last move was. You're coming off of stronger readings in the RSI, and you're looking pretty robust right now. You know, it's only gotten stronger from here. If you were to see a stronger move than your last one, from a low to a high, what would that promote? You know, from a low, I'm taking a low, not the actual low here, but the low of the move itself, like the measurement there. So the low of this move might be here. You know, that would take you above the 1618, just copying what you did last move. So if it is stronger, if you go above the 1618, automatically I think you're going at least to 2.85 cents. So likely this move will be stronger, is all that's saying. And if it is, you're probably going to stop from the current price at anything from about a 385% growth to about a 14x at about 1300% growth. So something like that's very much in the cards. You could stop anywhere along the way. I don't think that you go up to 8.1 cents. I would personally think that you go somewhere around 5 to 3 cents by the end of March, but time will tell. I got nothing else for you guys. If you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Everything looks good. This chart looks phenomenal. It really does look phenomenal, man. I want to see, actually. Does that agree with anything? Does this high to low agree with anything? I want to see. Good. Good. Yes, it does. So good. That's great, because I would exactly say the same thing here. I don't expect this to happen. I don't expect that you get above this high on this move, but something between the 786 and 886 is likely. Even above the 886 to the 100 is completely acceptable, and that's all the same targets, man. It's so perfect. I love that. Hit the like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy. Go XPR. Go. Take it easy. Bye.